Oh, I was like, no, I have the YouTube up. I didn't close that shit. All right, boys, let's get rolled into this. Luminaries, I was going to say, for me, I think it's one of the best releases. I think it's one of the best releases for the price if you're going to go high end that comes out every year. Because you get it. Because you get in a. Hey, Billy, I mean, you sent me some. Look like you're watching. What the hell are you watching? Are you watching Arena League? Oh, you watching the Wild about to get their ass beat is what you're doing. I was gonna say, nah, man. I was gonna say, I know Billy's messaging me, so he probably didn't even watch or could hear. On this, it's up to 850. The only way you can hit the Superfractor though is if it's a Superfractor, Brian. So it's only out of the Topps Chrome Pro thing. So if you get a Superfractor out of Update, well, out of Update 2, we still have if you hit a debut autograph out of one of these, it's still a $1,000 bounty on top of the Superfractor bounty. No, that's not a Superfractor bounty because it's not a Superfractor. The update, the rookie debut update patch is still at $1,000 flat no matter what. If you hit one of those, it doesn't matter. Well, Drew Maggie's already pulled, but I'll use Drew Maggie's bum ass as an example. As well as anybody else. You hit the Volpe, $1,000. We'll go send it off to Dave Adams and get you your 150K. Or you hit the, I think Jordan Walker still has a 75K bounty on him too, right? And then, so it's either those two boxes or the Topps Chrome Black counts as well because it's a Topps Chrome product. So like Cosmic, Topps Chrome Black, Topps Chrome Update Series, regular Topps Chrome, anything that's a Topps Chrome brand counts for the Superfractor for Topps Chrome. But if you hit Luminaries, doesn't count. If you hit an Inception or Tier 1, doesn't count. Because those are hit products. They normally have a lot more 101s. I used to run like just a straight 101 bounty, and then we had stuff like National Treasure, and it was like 4 dudes were hitting the 101 bounty, and then it was like a big argument about, well, obviously, logically it would be split, but I never like really explained that it would be like the bounty's the entire price. There was people arguing with me saying I needed to pay like everybody $400 each, and I'm like, no, the bounty itself, it'd be like if it's a pot in a poker game, you would split the pot. So I just switched it to, I actually got rid of it for a while because it caused like such a big stink, because like 2 of the dudes left, which is my fault, but I was trying to just do something nice in my head. I was like, that makes sense, like people would understand, but they didn't. I mean, as you can see, people just live in their own world sometimes. We've seen that right now if anyone's in the Scammer Tracker page. If you're not sure what's going on and you're invited to the Scammer Tracker page, by all means, I'll invite you there. You should be there anyways because there is people that do get posted in there that will definitely rip you off in singles. So you definitely should be in there no matter what. If you're not and you have no clue and you're new, oh, well, there's a lint roller. I literally was 5 minutes late because I was grabbing the lint roller from out of my truck. But anyway, yeah, you should be on the Scammers page just to kind of cover yourself if you're doing a singles deal with somebody and you're worried about like, oh, this looks a little goofier. They're asking suspicious questions. There's normally people will post a lot of scammers on there, but also breakers post people don't pay for stuff. I had to post somebody on there, so if you want to look at it, you can. If not, it's fine. It might be a good. It's almost 300 comments, so it could be a good thing to read while you're taking a shit. Anyway, we're going to start with Topps Chrome Update Series. Let me get my man Cal Ripken Jr. to give a little watchy, or give a little rubby rub on everything. Hopefully there's some good luck. But yeah, anybody that's on there could see. Let's say, sorry for my little availability. Like, I wasn't lying when I said I'm like literally at Great Wolflage, like an hour from the shop. So I will post some breaks tomorrow to break after the Super Bowl. There will be a football mixer that'll be I think I'm gonna do a random. I don't know if I should try random teams or pick your team, but I am gonna post a football mixer for the Super Bowl. Obviously, you have to post a football mixer. We got a few new guys that are into football as well, and I'm gonna post 2 baseball mixers. And I won't be breaking tomorrow no matter what, but on Sunday after the Super Bowl, I'll break them if they're filled. So Honestly, if the randoms would have filled, I probably would have just taken today off completely and not posted anything. But I figured I would post some Luminaries since people were waiting, and we finally filled that random break. Since it kind of lingered for a few days, which is fine. I mean, trying to figure out what the gauge is in the group, because there's people that ask me all the time to run random teams breaks, but I'm always very leery because stuff like this happens where it's up for like 4 days, and then if you get like somebody that's new, they're like, oh, I don't want, like, is anything ever fill in this group? Like, it's hard to. The biggest thing is getting past for when it comes to in any business. It's always like customer retention. Retention is always hard, but in this, the breaking is so competitive, which you can see is, I mean, if you're familiar with the situation I had to post Angela on the scammers page for, I mean, she's literally in somebody else's break tonight, even though I told them. They're like, oh, well, she always pays me. Like, okay, like, I mean, that's fine. Like, she used to always pay me too. Some people just take advantage of other people's generosity. It is what it is. Anyway, moving on. If you really want to read it, like I said, you can go over there and read it. What else was I going to say? I'm just trying to talk while I'm opening packs so it's not stale and you guys are just listening to me rip open 4-card packs at the same time. You're welcome, Brian. But like I said, we'll post it. I might actually post 3 baseball breaks tomorrow because I might post 2, a bigger pick your team, like kind of like this size, and then a smaller one that has a single box of Luminaries. That way, if maybe guys want to try to chase a Luminaries card, it's will be a little bit less expensive. Like maybe like a 6-boxer or 5-boxer, pick your team if you want to try to chase like the guys that are on the team you collect. Yeah, I mean, I hate the sound of packs opening, and I gotta open them every day, so you know, it is what it is. We have touched. Some guys love it. Like, there's another guy me and him are close, Justin Benita, that runs Slabs of Riches, Taj Bradley, to the point where like I literally helped him set up his Streamlabs. Ha! Rodon, Spencer Strider, Hobie Harris, Zach Neto, Brendan Drury, Zach Weiss, Winker, Hernandez, Hosmer, Rafael Devers, Raggins. We have Tanner Beebe, Kyle Farmer, Mookie Betts, Tommy Pham, Gavin Stone. We have Liover Peguero for the Pirates. I know somebody. Oh, Brian beat him out here. I know somebody beat out Devin to get into the break because I knew they were talking about it. I think Peguero ends up being a shortstop or second baseman this year. I hope, man. I was going to say, I don't have like a lot of his cards, but they got to do something to shore up that the... We have Brandon Williamson, Fat, Danny Mendick, Sam Hilliard, Anthony Volpe. We have Logan O'Hoppe, Garrett Mitchell, Gunnar Henderson. We have Austin Hayes, Juan Yepez, Shea Langeliers, Mitch Garver, J.P. Sears, Ezekiel Tovar, Luis Guillorme. We're gonna have Michael Harris a second on the photo variation. Nice hit for the Braves. And Clay Whitener. We have Casas, man. Their outfield is gonna be so good this year. We have Kelnick. With this man added to the outfield, man, Kelnick, like, got 3 ball hawks out there. Kelnick, Harris, and Acuna, man. That outfield is going to be tough defensively. We have Barrio, Harris second, Hunter Brown on the Prism, Hunter Brown again, Jimmer Canelaro, Senga, Jake Irvin. Going to have Peralta, Williamson, Stram, Masataka Yoshida, and Gabriel Moreno. Adam Duvall. Bouchard, Wander Franco, Sabol, Matt Moore. Maggie Odorizzi. Allard, Valdez. We have the crushed Manny Machado. Going to the Padres, and Austin Fishback gave up the Astros bet to Jeff Walker, Englert, Moreno, and then gets rewarded. We have Burleson, Kelnick, and Rosario. Hernandez. We have Pablo Lopez, Stram. I think Manny Machado is probably first ballot Hall of Famer if he plays into his late 30s. Maybe even just his mid-30s. We have Wisely, Joey Weimer, Perez, Aaron Judge, Bellinger, Peralta, Schuster, Corbin Carroll, Matt Mervis. I think he ends up having Beltre numbers, maybe better than Beltre. We have Carroll, Siri, Arrays, Acton, Maeda, Bradley, Patrick Bailey on the refractor, Velasquez, Morel, Julio Rodriguez, and Corbin Carroll, which, I mean, if Beltre was first ballot and Machado ends up having the same numbers, even if Machado likes stepping on an ankle or two, I would assume he gets in the Hall right away. We have J.P. France, Bradford, Williams, Gunnar Henderson, Edward. I always want to make him so French Canadian. Eddie Julian. We have Fletcher, Caprillion, Candelario, and J.J. Bleday. I always want to turn Eddie into a French Canadian. Make his name Julian. That is just Julian. I blame his parents for giving him a French first name. It's their fault. And then Topps Chrome Black. Also, all Superfractors, you'll have to go try to... Never mind. I was going to make a joke. I'm not going to say anything. Brian Cox knows where I was going with that. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. We have Gavin Stone, Anthony Volpe out of 199, and Senga. And boys, we're fly fishing. We have Mike Trout on the 10 out of 25 orange. Going to Evan. And that's a nice hit right there. If you don't understand the fly fishing, comment because you fly fish to catch trout. But anyway. Good hit on the Mike Trout out of 25 on the Topps Chrome Black. Where's Tommy Fustat saying the little guy don't get no good cards? I was gonna say that's these cases are from the rebuy from Fanatics on like the 5th wave. They were just holding that Trouty back for me. I haven't seen Fusi around at all. I know he's getting some other group's break because it was popping up on my thing. I don't know what group it was, but he ain't quick enough around these parts to get the Twins. I was going to say the Twins have to be probably the most competitive team between them, as other than the Marlins. We have Zach Neto, Rodriguez, Acuna Jr., and Ohtani. We're going to have Nelson Velasquez. On the green. This little rookie. Then we're going to have Rhys Hoskins. Obviously, I think... Did Rhys Hoskins go to the Giants? I know he's no longer with the Phillies because Bryce Harper don't want to go to outfield anymore. We got 61 out of 75. Josh Smith. On the pink. RPA. I don't know where Josh Smith fits into their roster now. With Evan Carter coming up. Oh, that's right, the Brewers, yeah. I knew he went to another NL team that was kind of like one of those middle tier, like fringe, could be fringe playoff if they put their shit together. I have really no clue. It's not even oh yeah, that is Billy. I was gonna say he's at the hockey game. That's why I was talking about the Wild. I was talking about the Wild and the Penguins. That the Wild are about to get smoked. I think the Penguins are actually losing right now. Though. I don't look at the game. Let's see. Penguins and Wild. Oh my Lord! I'm not trying to. There's somebody that messages me every single time on the business account for the shop. And tries to like have me consign. Yeah, the Wild are beating the Penguins 2-1 in a second. But I was gonna say they was I gonna say? They try to like use me as a proxy to find people to buy their cards, but they don't want to. Like, why not just have me consign? Like, if you're trying to sell cards through me, why not just have me consign your cards? I'll be like, I'll try to consign. I was like, I can consign your cards, and they'll just. Brian, I hate you. I was gonna say you can just consign your cards. Like I'll just sell them for you. Like I'll just consign your cards. Like no, I don't want to consign them. Like I want to sell them myself. I'm like, well, it doesn't make any sense if I'm like, yeah, this guy will buy your card. Like I feel like I'm doing all the work anyway. Get another reward. 28 out of 400. It'd be like different if Austin or I don't know Brian Thomas or somebody was like, hey man, you know somebody wants to buy this and I like led you in the right direction because you're in breaks. This is a guy that doesn't get breaks. It's just some local guy that like hits me up. You know anyone wants to buy this card? Like. I mean, maybe, but we have 8 out of 25 on the Randy Johnson, but I don't feel like hitting up like 8 people to see if someone will buy your card. Like some of the cards I would buy, but not for the price he wants to sell them at, because I got to resell them. We have Eloy Jimenez. We have 129 out of 199. And no, I'm not talking about like 40%. The Inception is Josh Smith from the Rangers. We have Eloy Jimenez, and this is going to be for the White Sox and Adam Kenyon. Some more. On the 75 point. Randy Johnson is the Diamondbacks. My apologies. Yep, Diamondbacks for Randy. Not the Mariners. Got 40-year-old Randy Johnson, D-backs. Talking about Josh Smith. Josh Smith is a outfielder for the Rangers. He actually was playing pretty good and got injured. Him and Ezekiel Duran were both having pretty good starts to the season and got injured. I would say the only reason Evan Carter made it to Major League this year was because Josh Smith and Ezekiel Duran got injured. Because I think if neither of those got hurt, they would have played left field. I think they would have probably moved Duran to left field, to be honest. Well, they would have moved him back to third base when Jung was hurt, but you know, the same didn't help. And we got a Nolan Jones, 189 out of 299, going to Brian Thomas. This is why I said I hated Brian, because he was talking about, like, Nolan Jones tonight. And I was like, oh, if you say so, bud. You know I got no control. Yeah, I've heard that story. I don't know how true that is. I mean, I don't know if, like, Randy Johnson confirmed that he had that, but that's wild. Could you imagine if you walked in the house and you just had Randy Johnson just throwing straight 100-mile-hour gas at your head? Like, shit would be absolutely just wild, man. Yo, I hope Michael Toglia hits 45 home runs this year. Just so I can be like, I told you so. He said, I'd rather be shot. Wake up out of a coma 6 years later. I got no clue what happened, guys. Says, well, you were going to rob a house, and this guy named Randy Johnson just was throwing straight gas at your forehead and put you in a coma. Rattled your brain a little bit. He said, I hope he hits 45. I mean, he said, I brought the family. The Bills are hitting up quick. I was going to say, this is what you hit so far, I was going to say. The random has been done, Roberson. I was going to say, it is underneath the break itself. I'll run it right after this break, so in like 15 minutes or so probably. I was talking about Michael Toglia hitting 45 home runs. Right now, if Randy Johnson woke up at his age, even at his age, he's probably throwing in the 80s. I was gonna say they They had Roger Clemens throw into his son's high school baseball team, and Roger Clemens was still hitting like the mid 80s at like whatever, 50 or 60 years old. We have Yarbrough, Kelly, Tate. We have Seth Lugo, Dalmas Diaz. Could you imagine playing in like the old timers men's league and Roger Clemens just pops up on the mound throwing gas? Nolan Gorman, Joey Wendell. Well, Roger Clemens comes out with another. We have Oswald Peraza, another no hitter this week in the men's over 50 league. Jordan Walker, George Kirby, a 26 strikeout no hitter, and one guy bunted to try to get on base. We have Aaron Rodgers, Nolan Gorman. I have Lamont Wade Jr., Jung, Corbin, Schuster, Garcia, Dustin May. We have Bobby Miller, Grossman, Yuri Perez, Michael Harris II. We're going to have Dylan Tate, Sandy Alcantara, Tommy Pham, Odor, Monasterio, Paxton, Tristan Casas, Medina, Christian Vasquez. We have Grisham, Nick Martinez, Volpe. We have Sosa on the purple mini diamonds. The 136 out of 290. I think a lot of the Bills not stacking up is that one guy the other day that came in here like, my Bills are stacking up. I got to back out. We have Robert, Goldschmidt, Diaz, DeGrom. We have Nolan Jones, Neto, Shoemake, Hill, and Walker. We have Noda, Miller, Kuas, Bush. We have Maeda, Devers, Brandon Pfaadt. We have Gus Varland, Chavez, Thaddeus Ward, Delay, Aroldis Chapman, Bush, Clevenger, Vargas, Sean Murphy. He's like Votto, Rosarena, Freddie Freeman, Joey Ortiz, Andrew Nardi, La Stella, Hill, Lyles, Soriano, Jensen. Oh, man. I was arguing with people earlier today. I mean, I didn't argue with them because I didn't even reply back. Because if you're going to try to tell me the Series 1 rookie class is bad, I just think you're dumb. We have Brett Batty, Azakar. We have Dustin May on the blue Aqua Lava Lamp. But I don't know how anyone can look at the rookie class for 2024's baseball cards and be like, this rookie class is not that good. I was going to say, if you look at the rookie class, there's like 15 guys that were top 50 prospects at one point in time. It's never like that. We have Kevin Kelly, Brett Batty, Logan O'Hoppe, and if they ventured their way from a top 50 prospect into the league, like they're probably have the potential to be like ridiculously good at baseball. Like, I mean, you take out Ellie De La Cruz, period. You just take some of the lesser guys, Sal Frelick's rookie card, Henry Davis. You're going to have, and it's not like Sal Frelick and Henry Davis had pretty decent numbers last year. Not any terrible numbers. I was going to say, who else is in there? Oh, Jason Dominguez. Like, yeah, you don't know what you're going to get with Jason Dominguez, but like the 10 games he played, the dude was nasty. We have Vargas. We have Dylan Moore. I mean, that's still kind of like an investment, but he's still a rookie in there. We have Alvarez, Taveras. We have Trevor Williams, Morel, Maeda, Bradley, Corbin Carroll. We're going to have Yuri Perez on the black and white mini diamonds going to the Marlins. Oh, bro. Bro. Nice hit for Matt. Let's say it was a break later than what you thought it was going to be, but the black and white mini diamonds going to Matt and Yuri Perez. We have Betts, Trout, Seth Lugo. We have Kiermaier, Royce, Refsnyder, Gonzalez, Solano, David Peralta. We have Fletcher, Caprillion, Bradford, Jordan Walker, Christopher Morel, Gunnar Henderson, and Juan Yepez. You have Colton Cowser, two of those rookie cards in there. Noelvi Marte, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Like, so many good players. We have J.P. France, potentially good players. Like, obviously, guys could end up being like Artidas Aquino. We're going to have Garrett Acton, Burleson, Valdez, Matt Moore, Maggie, Duval, Bouchard. I have Judge, Semien, Harris II. Oh, Camanero's in there too. Yuri Perez, Englert, Allert, Sabol, Mervis, Blade, and Julian. We have Joey Weimer, Perez, Hernandez, Moreno, Yarbrough, Soto, Ezekiel Tovar. We have Harris, Cody Bellinger, Wisely, Rosario, Hosmer, Neto, Jury, Bradley, Rodon, Matt Schwarmer. Going to the Cubs, and Robbie Coleman. Sean Murphy, Jazz Chisholm, Robbie Grossman, Yepez, Ohapi, Fad, Fam, Raggins, Winkert, Beebe, Kyle Farmer, Hernandez, Cody Bellinger, and I believe this is a photo variation, if I'm not mistaken, going to Robbie. I wish Billy could hear me. I was like, Billy, I'll run a Luminaries case just for you, bud. We have Williams, Grayson Rodriguez, and Jared Kelnick. I do actually wonder, like, is there an interest level of, like, let's say I ran a hobby case of Topps Chrome Update with a case of Luminaries. Like, would people be interested in that? It'd obviously be expensive. Like, a case of Luminaries is talking roughly $400 a box at 12 boxes. But the Topps Chrome Hobby would be, can put it on there for a really good price, because I did get a case in a trade for like pretty dirt cheap. We have Adley Rutschman, we have Brett Batty, and then we have Christian Yelich on the blue love. I just know how much people love Luminaries. I think they're great for mixers. He said, I'm just here for the Luminaries. We have Yelich, and the Brewers going to Brian Cox. And we're also going to get a Drew Waters 9 out of 50. Former Braves prospect, but this one's going to the Royals, and Phillip Lemons on the gold mini diamonds, 9 out of 50. Put Manny Machado in his crush card in the back. Oh, my boy. Drew Waters, who still has some promise. He's still a little bit young. I figured you were here for the Yainer Diaz chase, Jeff. That's why I figured you were in the break. Cano, Cruz, Henderson, and Abrams. Get Jose Altuve on the green. He signed a massive contract. Thank you. We're going to have the 6 out of 75 Connor Capel. On the red. Jonah Bride on the 88 out of 99. For the pink. Going to the Athletics and Adam. All right. Getting to the main event. The one encased autograph or relic autograph. Luminaries. We've seen a lot of Luminaries and breaks. Got quite a few cases. Some more Museum Connection and Gilded as well, so we'll be seeing those. Maybe a little Museum Gilded Luminaries all in the same break. I can figure out how to open a box. Tab. Alright, well. There's most definitely can open it at the bottom. But all right, let's see who it is for the first one. It's going to be a Miami Marlin, and that's Jordan Groshans. First home run, 10 out of 15 on the Home Run Kings. He had his first homer 9/15/2022. It's going to Matt Rogue. Rog. How do you say your name since you won't tell me? Apparently I mispronounce it. Jordan Groshans, man, I thought he was going to be... When he played for the Blue Jays, I thought he was going to be... I have way too many... Let's put it this way. I have way too many first Bowman of that, man. I thought Groshans was going to be the guy that pushes Bichette over to second base. And he did not end up being that guy. Yetson, one in case autograph. Oh, yeah, I was going to say. Look, there has to be a reason they charge the price they do. It's for the packaging, the box. And we're going to get a Jeremy Pena silver ink with a Bryson Stott 13 out of 15. Two guys that were rookies in 2022 product. Spark of Light dual autograph. So Astros, so Mike and Jeff will have to figure this one out together for the Astros and Phillies. I'll add you guys to a group and you guys can figure it out. Let's get into a recap of the hits. I will run the random teams break right after this. Like I said, we'll be very close to back on schedule. Let's get into the recap. She did pretty well in the photo variation. I'm surprised. We have, it's because they both play, so I'll explain the card why it's like this. So they're both 2021 rookies, and they both played shortstop originally. That's why they're on the card together. I was going to say that's, the explanation. There's no other explanation. Stott obviously moved to second base when they signed Trey Turner, but was a shortstop in 2022 as a rookie, which is why him and Pena on the card together. We have Connor Capel, and they were both update guys too, so they weren't in the base sets. They were guys that were added on in later sets or an update. We have Stott was update. We got Connor Capel out of 75 on the red, Yelich on the blue lava. We're gonna have Dustin May on the aqua blue lava lamp. Oh, plus they were both World Series guys, right? Because they were both in the World Series together. We have Jim Rice out of 400. Velasquez, so even more of a tie. We have Anthony Volpe out of 199. Randy Johnson out of 25. Manny Machado for the Padres. Michael Harris the second, and Cody Bellinger on the photo variations. The crushed Manny Machado. We have Jonah Bride on the pink out of 99. Gonna have Schwarmer on the autograph base in Topps Chrome Update out of 199. Eloy Jimenez, and then we have Sosa on the purple speckle. He yelled at me for running the break so late, and I was like, "I'm coming back from Great Wolf Lodge, buddy." I was like, "You should be able to read the post," but he would have gotten a break anyway. We have Jordan Groshans on the 10 out of 15 for his commemorative first home run there. We're going to have Nolan Jones out of 299. Leover Peguero on the base. Yuri Perez on the black and white mini diamonds. We're going to have Drew Waters out of 50 on the gold mini diamonds. Yeah, but when it came out, that Joey Bart was a big hit. I was going to say, that was not a monster, but that was like a average to above average hit when he was in there. We have 61 out of 75. Josh Smith on the pink RPA. We have Bryson Stott and Jeremy Pena. 13 out of 15. And And then we're going to have the big boy, Mike Trout, 10 out of 25 to the Angels, and Evan. I'm going to say. So that is the hits, guys. I appreciate y'all getting in. For those that hit, congratulations. For those that did, and hopefully a better luck next time. I will see you guys here in, let's say, like 10 minutes or so. See you guys then. Appreciate y'all. I'm sorry, my mouse is not, the browser is not working for me to close the stream, so I'm like,